Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a good one for you guys. We're going through all of my 4K Ultra HD movies in my collection. We are up to 675 titles exactly now. Huge milestone. We're going to be going through each of them one by one. So kick your feet up, relax, maybe make a meal. This is going to take a hot minute to do, but it is going to be worth it. In fact, smash that like button right now if you're eating a meal. We know you can't eat without a little bit of YouTube, and there is no shame in that. We're going to start where we always start, top left. As always, this is where my Disney Pixar collection lives, and we're going to start right here. This is going in release order, of course. We got Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, got The Incredibles right here, followed by Cars, Ratatouille, WALL-E. This is not the last time you'll be seeing WALL-E, spoiler alert. That's going to be followed by Up right here, Toy Story 3, got Cars 2 right here, followed up by Brave, Monsters University, Inside Out, The Good Dinosaur, Finding Dory, Cars 3, right here's Coco, got The Incredibles 2. I have no idea what just fell off the shelf. It is probably nothing of import. Toy Story 4 is right here. This is Onward. What's our last one sneaking behind here? This is going to be Soul right here. Continuing with Pixar, this is Luca. Turning Red. And the last Pixar I have is Elemental right here. I know I am missing Inside Out 2 for sure. Elio is currently in theaters at the time of filming. Haven't seen that yet, but I'm a huge fan of space. Any movie dealing with space is usually something up my alley, so I am sure it will be on the shelf as soon as it is available. Moving on to Disney Animation, no longer Pixar. Starting off here with Tangled, still going in release order. Except we're not here because I have Wreck-It Ralph 1 and Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet right next to each other, so it's a great thing about having your own collection. You can just make the order as you go. Big Hero 6 is the follow-up to that. You got Zootopia here. Always love some Zootopia. Got Moana, just the first one, followed by Frozen and Frozen 2. Raya and the Last Dragon. Encanto. Ron's Gone Wrong. And the only 2D animation I believe I have from Disney is Cinderella. Got a nice white slipcover here, white for the 4K logo, nice and unique. Got a lovely decoration here. It's a great thing about shared living. You don't get to decorate every single piece of your wall. I think it spices it up a little bit. Love me some extra decoration. I think you can tell what these are. This is going to be our Marvel Cinematic Universe here, starting in release order once again with the original Iron Man 2008, followed up by the Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, right here's Thor, Captain America, the First Avenger, followed up by, you guessed it, the Avengers. Iron Man 3 follows that, Thor, The Dark World, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Avengers, Age of Ultron. This is Ant-Man right here. We got Captain America, Civil War, or Avengers 2.5 if you're me. Doctor Strange follows that up. Here's the second Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2 to be exact. And here we have Spider-Man Homecoming, released by Sony, as you can tell with that slipcover. It kind of stands out. Thor Ragnarok follows that up. We've got the original Black Panther. Avengers Infinity War. Got Ant-Man and the Wasp with a nice little lenticular slipcover. We always love to see those. Here's Captain Marvel, the predecessor to Avengers Endgame. And following up Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home. Moving on from there, continuing with the MCU, Black Widow is up next, followed by Shang-Chi. This is Eternals right here. This is the third in the Spider-Man trilogy, although they are making more. It's been confirmed this is Spider-Man No Way Home, Walmart exclusive slipcover. I absolutely love the artwork on here. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. This right here is Thor, Love and Thunder. Man, this film thinks it's more funny than it actually is. It's kind of a shame. This is Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Looks like we have a little, I think it's from like the Disney Movie Club or something, this little slip of paper. This is Ant-Man Quantumania. Man, can't wait to see what they do with Kang in the future. Lol. This is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We got a couple squatters up here. We will get to those in just a sec once we are on to the Sony properties. We have the Marvels right here. Thunderbolt's currently in theaters. We will see about getting that. Also, in terms of the Sony titles, Kraven the Hunter was released last year, which you will not see on this shelf, not yet at least. I believe there's only a steelbook for the 4K, so I will be on the hunt for that. Still haven't seen it though, so I will. I'll definitely have to see it at some point. Moving on to the Sony titles, let's in fact start with our two that we got up here. This is the Andrew Garfield duology. We have both The Amazing Spider-Man and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And then we have the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy right here. Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. So we have those Spider-Man out of the way. We have the first Venom. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Followed by Venom, The Last Dance. I absolutely love the artwork on this slipcover. It's fantastic. We got Morbius, also with a nice lenticular slipcover. We love to see those. We have a really beat up copy of Madam Web, but can't say it didn't really deserve it. Moving on to the animated, we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and of course we have a third film coming. Can't wait to add that to the shelf once that's out. We have Deadpool, the original Deadpool, this awesome Vaporwave slipcover. This is Deadpool 2, the super duper cut, includes two versions of the film, both on 4K on separate discs. We'd love to see that. And this is the third Deadpool film, of course, Deadpool and Wolverine. We have the first three X-Men films here. X-Men, X2 as they call it, and then I believe X-Men Last Stand. Still need to get the three, I believe prequel films. Do not have those on 4K yet. Would not mind adding those to the collection. All right, we know what's coming up next. We're switching to the DC EU, the now defunct DC EU, which started with Man of Steel. We have Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, the Ultimate Edition right here. Followed up by the first Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Justice League, Aquaman, Shazam, Birds of Prey, and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Gotta say the whole title. Wonder Woman 1984. This is the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Followed by the redo of The Suicide Squad by James Gunn. Black Adam's up next. Shazam, Fury of the Gods. We have the Flash right here. We do have Blue Beetle. And finishing off the DCU, we have Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Just got news that part 2, the script has been turned in, which we love to see. This is the first of the Batman films, Batman Part 2. officially, I believe, turned into Warner Brothers. That's great news because we can't wait to see the rest of those films release. Take it back to the 80s right here. We have the original Batman from Tim Burton. Also Tim Burton, we have Batman Returns. Batman Forever follows that, and of course, the infamous Batman and Robin. Can't live without it, though. This is a 4K copy of Batman Mask of the Phantasm, probably my favorite of the Batman animated films. And we also own Batman the Killing Joke, because why not? Not really interested in owning much other animated DC stuff. They have released a lot of them, which is great. I don't know if I'll be picking any up, though. Now we just kind of have like my smorgasbord, these films all belong together collection, in my opinion. Starting off with some 007 films of James Bond, of course. The Daniel Craig movies, we have Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die. Now we have our Jack Ryan films, of course, starting with The Hunt for Red October, Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, The Sum of All Fears, and Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit. This is a Bourne box set, includes all 5 Bourne films, as you can see right here. I've yet to pop it open, but one day when I'm feeling some Jason Bourne, I will break out the box cutter. This is an extra copy I have of Dune, the first Dune movie. I think for the rest of this video, I'll just remove that. And we have 4 Leica films, all in 4K. That includes Coraline, Paranorman, The Box Trolls, and Kubo and the 2 Strings. All right, that does it for the first row. Let's get to the alphabetical titles. All right, starting here with numbers, of course. A new first movie, Two Guns. Comment down below anything that can beat Two Guns in terms of alphabetical priority. Whether it's on 4K yet or not. Following that, we got 8 Mile, 13 Hours, 47 Ronin, 65 starring Adam Driver, 300, 310 to Yuma, the remake, 1917, 2001, A Space Odyssey, 2012, starting with the A's, we got The Abyss, and the accountant here right here is jumping out at me. Ad Astra, Air Force One, got this cool slip box version of Akira, Alien, the first one, Aliens, the second one, Alien Covenant, and as you can see here, we have Alien Romulus without a slipcover, unfortunately. Kind of hard to track down at the moment. I am on the hunt, though, rest assured. We have Alita Battle Angel right here. This includes a 4K, a 3D Blu Ray, and a standard Blu Ray release. This is Almost Famous right here. Very underrated film. Got Ambulance. I think this is a ton of fun. Really enjoyed it the one time I watched it. Right here we got American Assassin. Starting off the Americans, we have American Gangster for the second one. Got American Graffiti here from George Lucas as director. American Made. American Psycho, steelbook version. And American Sniper. Super disappointing film right here is Amsterdam. So much potential, and as my Letterboxd review states, my disappointment is immeasurable. Annihilation right here from Alex Garland. This is the Apocalypse Now box set. Includes multiple versions of the film, and as well as the full-length documentary Hearts of Darkness. Very cool. Following that, we have Apollo 13. This is Argo right here from Ben Affleck. Arizona, starring Danny McBride. We have Arrival from 007 director-to-be Denis Villeneuve. Following that, we have Assassin's Creed, Atomic Blonde. We have both Avatar films right here. This is 2009 and the 2022 Avatar: The Way of Water. Following that, we got Baby Driver, Babylon from director Damien Chazelle. We got Backdraft, and on the animated front, The Bad Guys. Moving right along, Bad Times at the El Royale. You know, we need to have Barbie in the collection. It's a must. I'm going to take this guy out to make sifting through these a little bit easier. We got the Dark Knight trilogy right here, starting, of course, with Batman Begins, the titular Dark Knight, finishing off with the Dark Knight Rises. Battleship comes after that. We have Belly right here. And the Beverly Hills Cop trilogy. That's 1, that's 2, and you called it. That's 3. The Bike Riders, relatively new film. Really enjoyed this. Saw that once in theaters. Had a really good time with it, especially Jodie Comer's role. Thought she was excellent in it. Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. 60 frames per second if you choose the 4K Blu Ray. Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Black Hawk Down. Black Klansman. Got Blade Runner The Final Cut. And Blade Runner 2049. Blazing Saddles right here, followed up by 4K copy of Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. We have Boy Kills World right here. I know, dude, you don't even need to tell me. I'm on the hunt for it. Braveheart. The Bridge on the River Kwai. From James Gunn as producer, I believe. We have Brightburn. And that will be Bullet Train to finish off this column. Bumblebee is next, followed by The Seas, Cabin in the Woods. We have Call of the Wild starring Harrison Ford and a dog. Call Me By Your Name from that one Sony box set. This is Casablanca, followed by Casino, Central Intelligence, Chaos Walking. Got Chappie right here. And we got some Peanuts flicks on 4K. We know we had to. Starting with It's the Great Pumpkin. These are, of course, in seasonal order. Next would be a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, of course. And we finish off with a Charlie Brown Christmas. Essentials. Also an essential, Chinatown. So glad to have a standard edition on 4K. Was unable to get the Paramount Presents, so glad we have a basic normie version. Civil War is going to be next, followed by A Clockwork Orange. Got Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Had a great time with that. Just watched it for the first time last year. Cloverfield. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Got Liam Neeson starring in Cold Pursuit. Collateral. From Michael Mann to, in my opinion, better than Heat. At me in the comments. We'll talk about it. The Color Purple. Steven Spielberg. Cool Hand Luke. And this is the equivalent of like hard drugs for movies. Like if there was a hard drug equivalent of a movie, Crank would be it. Essential viewing. We have the entire Creed trilogy right here. Creed 1, Creed 2, followed by the Michael B. Jordan directed and starring in Creed 3. Don't have a single Rocky movie on 4K. Need to pick up that box set for sure. This is the creator. Had a great time with this film. Got, you know, kind of mixed reviews. I thought it was fantastic. Gareth Edwards really knows how to direct a film and give it a sense of scale, in my opinion. I just really value that kind of stuff. We have the 4K copy of Crimes of the Future, and I might do the same thing that I did with that previous column rather. Give it a little more space. Let him breathe a little bit. This is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon from director Ang Lee. We have the original The Crow, starring Brendan Lee. Have no desire to pick up the new one. Haven't even seen it. Reviews were abysmal. I will save the room on my shelf for films like The Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, and Inferno. Got The Dark Tower next, Darkest Hour after that, and Days of Thunder. This right here is Death on the Nile. Got Deepwater Horizon right here, Mark Wahlberg starring. This will be Die Hard. We got some Despicable Me movies. Definitely did not have these last time, and look at me having them all out of order. I am so sorry. Could you, who organized this thing? Did anybody check first? Despicable Me. After that, I believe would be Despicable Me 2. Despicable Me 3 to round out the first 3 films. District 9 comes after that, and then we have the Divergent trilogy right here, starting with the titular Divergent. We got Insurgent right here, and Allegiant to cap it all off. Got Dr. Sleep right here. Fantastic sequel to a very hard movie to make a sequel of, Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Thought it was done rather well. We got the Blu-ray slipcover of Don't Worry Darling, but I had to show this off last time. I will show it again. It is the 4K version in there. No slip for the 4K given to us by Warner Brothers, unfortunately, so I will make do with the Blu-ray. Following that, we got Bram Stoker's Dracula. We have Dracula Untold. Got Dread. We got my number 1 right here, unabashedly, not even BSing you guys. Drive here on 4K Ultra HD Steelbook. I believe this is so beautiful. So glad to have it on 4K. This is my go-to film, number 1 film. Literally me. Duel, Spielberg's first, followed up by 2 more Steelbooks in quick succession. The first, Dune, and Dune Part 2. And as you saw earlier, I have a standard copy of Dune. I will always keep a clean disc at the ready, because I imagine I'll be watching that a lot before I die. Dunkirk is next. No need to get so morbid. E.T. Extraterrestrial. Right here we have East of Eden. Edge of Tomorrow, or Live, Die, Repeat, whatever you prefer. Got Elf next. Essential Holiday Viewing. Elvis follows that up. Elysium right here. Ender's Game. Enter the Dragon, starring Bruce Lee. We have the Equalizer trilogy, the first one, Equalizer 2, and the most recent, of course, Equalizer 3. I believe that is new to the collection. Escape Plan. Everest, and then this is the fun googly eye slipcover of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Great 4K disc. Congratulations, you have made it through the second row. We shall continue. Moving right along and continuing with the ease, we have the first Evil Dead film. Got Evil Dead 2 right here, amazing slipcover. Love the way that looks. And to round out this, I guess, original trilogy, Army of Darkness, we have the newest Evil Dead film, Evil Dead Rise, newest as of now at least. Ex Machina follows that up. We have the first 3 Expendables films here. Expendables 2, and Expendables 3. We have Spielberg's The Fabelmans right here, as well as Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt in The Fall Guy. Had a great time with that last year. Family Plot from Hitchcock. And you know we had to do it to him. This is the Fast and Furious franchise as of now, starting with The Fast and The Furious. Too Fast, Too Furious. Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift. Just Fast and Furious. Fast 5. Fast and Furious 6. Furious 7. The Fate of the Furious. F9, The Fast Saga. And Fast 10, or Fast X, whatever you prefer. Continue with the F's, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And one of my white whales, I've been wanting this one for a good while. A Few Good Men with the slipcover. Finally was able to track that down. That was a big win. Following that up, we got The Fifth Element. We have Tom Cruise in The Firm. Ryan Gosling in First Man. We have the Five Nights at Freddy's film as well. It's a lot of F's. Forrest Gump is next. The blue slipcover, not the white. This is Ford v Ferrari. Frosty the Snowman for those holiday season watches. Got The Fugitive. Absolutely love this film. It's classic 90s. Full Metal Jacket, of course. Got Fury up next. This is Gattaca. Got Gemini Man right here. Also 60 frames per second on the 4K if you prefer that. Get Out from Jordan Peele is next. This is the animated Ghost in the Shell. This is the not so animated Ghost in the Shell. Moving on, what's next? What's next? We have Giant right here. Followed by The Girl on the Train. We got the first Gladiator film, still after the second. I had a really good time with the second. It deserves a place on my shelf one of these days. Glass, which I'd say barely holds that standard. Got Glory right here, fantastic Civil War film. And we got the Godfather trilogy, you know, it's rather essential. Got both the original Part 3 and then the Coppola, Coda, they call it, the redone Part 3. It includes that as well. Here's the first of the new MonsterVerse movies, the 2014 Godzilla, I believe. Got Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and Godzilla vs. Kong right here. Don't own the new Empire yet, haven't even seen it. We will see if it joins the collection. But we'll forever say in the collection is Goodfellas. That is darn sure. Followed by The Greatest Showman. The Green Knight from A24. This is Tom Hanks in The Green Mile. I'm just like reading these verbatim now. Hacksaw Ridge. This is the first Halloween movie. Love that artwork on there. And then this is the 2018 Halloween. Followed by Halloween Kills. And Halloween Ends. And boy, did it. Hancock follows that up. And then we recognize these, don't we? These lovely, lovely slipcovers all right next to each other. The Harry Potter films, starting off with The Sorcerer's Stone. The Chamber of Secrets. The Prisoner of Azkaban. The Goblet of Fire. The Order of the Phoenix. The Half-Blood Prince. The Deathly Hallows Part 1. And The Deathly Hallows Part 2. Love to see it. Also part of the Wizarding World, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Followed by Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. And Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. Michael Mann's Heat right here. Hell or High Water follows that up. We got some Hellboy movies. First and the second, both from Guillermo del Toro, I believe. Hereditary. Hidden Figures. The Hitman's Bodyguard. And the sequel, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Part of the Fast and Furious collection, Hobbs and Shaw, the spin-off movie. We got Home Alone right here. Where's the second one? Where's the second one on 4K? We need the second one on 4K. Hostels. You got Hot Fuzz right here. We have the animated How to Train Your Dragon films. The first one, the second one, and The Hidden World to cap things off. We have all 4 of the original Hunger Games films right here. It includes The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay Part 1 and 2. We have Hurricane Heist to continue things. This is a steelbook of The Hurt Locker. Love The Hurt Locker, just haven't popped this bad boy in and viewed it on 4K yet, but I love the artwork on it. Hustlers is next. We have In the Line of Fire from Clint Eastwood. Inception follows that up. And we have all 5 of the Indiana Jones films, starting with Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Temple of Doom, The Last Crusade, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. We got an interesting slipcover here, I believe. Yes, I believe this is Walmart as well. The Dial of Destiny, newest one. Absolutely love this artwork. Wish I could say the same about the film, but I cannot. We'll just have to leave it there. Films I do love though, like Inglourious Bastards and Interstellar, they keep things moving along in this collection video. Invisible Man is up next, and we have some IP Man films. The first one, the second one, third one, and the fourth, the finale right here. I love Well Go USA releases. They feel nice in the hand. They're always like soft touch. They're always embossed on the spine and on the front. They do a good job with their presentation. We have the It film from 2017 and It Chapter 2 from 2019. We have the remake of The Italian Job right here with Mark Wahlberg. Moving right along, we have Jack Reacher, as well as Jack Reacher Never Go Back. Huge blind spot for me in my Tarantino's Jackie Brown. I have not seen this film, but the artwork on the 4K is fantastic. 4K is how I will be watching it for the first time. Please don't kill me. We got Jaws right here, just in time for the 50th anniversary. Love this slip box right here with the lenticular artwork. It's fantastic. John Wick, the first one. John Wick Chapter 2. John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. We have John Wick Chapter 4 right here, also with some lenticular artwork. I believe this was an Amazon exclusive. Absolutely love the artwork on this. They killed it. Speaking of killing it, Ballerina, just saw that in film, or just saw the film in theaters. Can't wait to add it to the collection. I had a really good time with that. Jojo Rabbit keeps things moving right along, followed by Joker and Joker Folie à Deux. Joy. Got the original Jumanji. That's all you need, in my opinion. Got Jungle Cruise. Had a real good time with that when I watched it. Jupiter Ascending. Had the opposite of a good time when I watched that. Of course, we need the Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World films. That's the first. This is the Lost World. Jurassic Park 3. Of course, Jurassic World right here. Fallen Kingdom. And Dominion. And that does it for that row. But we are not even close to being done yet. Hope you still got gas in the tank. These videos are not for the weak. We have the second kick-ass film. I do not have the first. The first is so hard to find at a good price. So I have not been able to track that down yet. Definitely is on my to-buy list. Along with Kill Bill Volume 1, also do not have Volume 2, unfortunately. I wanted to wait to make this video until I secured some more of my missing titles, but it just could not wait. Had to get this to you guys. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Got this copy at San Diego Comic-Con. Got the steelbook right here. It's a movie. No one can deny how movie it really is. We got Knives Out right here. I'm going to not pull each and every single one out because it will take forever if I keep on doing that. Knowing we have the first Kung Fu Panda. What a classic. La La Land, also a classic. Everything's a classic. We got Labyrinth right here. We got The Last Duel right here. Last Night in Soho. And we got the last of the last films, The Last Unicorn. We have the steelbook of Lawrence of Arabia. Absolutely love this artwork. Absolutely love this film. It is such a joy to have this on the shelf. First Lego movie. The second Lego movie. Lego Batman movie, and I believe that's all the Lego I need. I have not seen Piece by Piece yet, the Pharrell film. Maybe one day. Leon the Professional's next. Followed by Les Miserables. Got Life right here. Followed by the Lincoln Lawyer. Followed by Logan. Followed by some little guys right here. We need to get out of the way. Lone Survivor is indeed next. Followed by Looper. And from last year, Long Legs. What a fantastic horror film. What a fantastic protagonist. Very interesting protagonist to watch and follow the whole time. Getting into Middle Earth now, we have the Hobbit trilogy and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The Lost Boys, The Lost City. Got Love Actually right here. Watched it for the first time last holiday season. I do not really understand what all the hype's about, unfortunately. Please convince me in the comments. Got Lucy right here, followed by A Trip Down Under, Mad Max, the original, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. That is misspoke big time right there. Mad Max The Road Warrior, not the original Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Mad Max Fury Road. And can you believe I don't have Furiosa yet? That will go right here as soon as I secure that. The Man from Nowhere. Totally grabbed that out of order. The Maltese Falcon Classic Noir would be next. This will be The Martian. Marnie. The Mask of Zorro. Got the only 3 Matrix films I need. The original from '99, Matrix Reloaded, and Matrix Revolutions. There's Mayhem. We got the Maze Runner films right here with the titular film. We got the Scorch Trials, and of course the Death Cure. Moving right along here, we got the Mechanic. This is Resurrection. I have not seen any of the Mechanic films. I'm not gonna lie to you. Got the Meg. Have not seen the second one, therefore I have not added it to the collection. Got Megan 1.0, 2.0 currently in theaters, and we have the Men in Black trilogy right here. Once again, the only Men in Black films that I need. The 3 originals right in there. Fantastic box set. Midway is next. We got some Mission Impossible films right here, of course, but the first 2, 3. Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, Fallout, and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, although I believe we were just calling this Dead Reckoning now. The Mist. Monkey Man, had a great time with that when I saw it in theaters. Monty Python's The Meaning of Life. Moonfall. Mortal Kombat. The Mule. The Mummy original film right here, still after those last two with the slip covers. Not easy to find by any means. We do have the Scorpion King though. Love how it credits him with as The Rock. The Rock, the Scorpion King. I don't think I've ever noticed that. Fantastic. In gold, no less. What's next? Ah, the Tom Cruise Mummy, of course. How could I forget? Murder on the Orient Express. Got Audrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady. The Nightmare Before Christmas, of course. We got Nobody, the first one. Second one debuting in August. Got Nope from Jordan Peele once again. Nosferatu, the 2024 remake. Two Robert Eggers right next to each other. Look at that. The Northman. Now You See Me. The worst title ever. Now You See Me 2. Worst title for a sequel ever. Oblivion. Old from M. Night Shyamalan. Have yet to get Trap, but I do want Trap on 4K. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Operation Fortune. Then some words I don't know. Oppenheimer, 4K Steelbook from Best Buy, one of the last Best Buy Steelbooks. Overlord. Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim Uprising. Passengers. Patriot, potential July 4th viewing right here. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Got the first one and we got the last one. This is Dead Men Tell No Tales. Gerard Butler stars in Plane. And we have the what I thought was the Planet of the Apes trilogy, but no, of course they're gonna keep making more. Have yet to watch Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, let alone acquire it on 4K. On the to-do list though, for sure. Polar Express is up next. So glad to have that on 4K. Poltergeist. The Post. The Prestige. And a prestigious slipcover, no less. This is Prey. Absolutely love Prey. I'm glad we're still getting Predator movies, even though they are owned by Disney. We got Prometheus right here. Once again, got to show receipts. Got a Blu-ray slip, but that is a 4K title. I will not be trifled with. Psycho. Pulp Fiction with the classic black and white slip. Puss in Boots, the first one. Puss in Boots, the not first one, known as The Last Wish. Got the, I want to say OG Punisher movie, but it's not the OG Punisher movie. This is one from the 2000s. And then the sequel also from the 2000s, Punisher Warzone. Queen and Slim, love this slipcover right here, because on this side you got that color scheme with the green format, red title. Oh, you got a red format, green. I love it. Whoever's in charge of that, Universal, they killed it. The Quick and the Dead. A Quiet Place. Quiet Place Part 2, and I just picked this up. This is Quiet Place Day 1. Had a really good time with that film. Not a bad Quiet Place movie yet. We have Rambo, First Blood, Part 2. Got Rambo 3, Just Rambo, as you can see. And where's Last Blood? Hiding right there. There's Last Blood. All the Rambo films. Ready Player One is next. Some classic Hitchcock, Rear Window. We have Rebel Without a Cause. Red 2. Red Eye. Red Sparrow. We got two back-to-back here. The Revenant, Blu-ray slip, but you know that's going to be a 4K title in there. And do I really need to show it off? I'm going to anyway. Reminiscence from a few years back. Blu-ray slip, 4K title. That's how it's going to be. Requiem for a Dream. Reservoir Dogs. This is a fun one right here. This is Right Here, Right Now from the band Ghost. They had a kind of a concert film released last year, and they actually brought it to 4K, got it off of their website. Very cool to have stuff like this on 4K. Probably not one that a whole lot of other people have. This is Rough Night starring Scarlett Johansson. Probably not as rough as getting chased by dinosaurs. Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Essential Holiday Viewing, Saboteur, Sausage Party, and the best follow-up to Sausage Party, Saving Private Ryan. I think we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, my friends. Starting here, we have Al Pacino in Scarface from the 80s. Schindler's List follows that up. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, followed by a bunch of Scream films. Got the original, Scream 2, Scream 3. This is the 5th Scream movie. Do not have the 4th on 4K yet. It's not released yet. That is Scream 6 right now, and that's where it stands currently with the Scream franchise. Serenity is up next. We have David Fincher's 7 finally on 4K. We love to see it. I'm actually going to watch this next Monday. It's going to be 7/7. Perfect time to unbox that and give it a watch. Absolutely hate when the title has to go the other way. Let's keep him facing down from now on, right, guys? Shadow of a Doubt. Shallows, never seen this, but we all know how rare this slipcover is. I found it for a semi-decent price. I imagine one day I will watch it and then maybe cash out on my investment. We will see. The Shape of Water is up next. Not the last time you'll be seeing that, if you catch my drift. Shaun of the Dead. Shawshank Redemption on 4K Steelbook. Absolutely love the color scheme of that Steelbook. We have Sherlock Holmes and Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows, both films. The Shining from Kubrick. We have the first Shrek movie, the second Shrek movie, Shrek the Third, and of course, Shrek Forever After. Love that I can say I have all of the Shrek films as of now on 4K. Shutter Island. Sicario. Sicario, Day of the Soldado. Signs, fairly recent release. Love to see it. Thank you, Disney. I know I say that less and less, but I appreciate it. Singing in the Rain up next. Got Sisu. Sixth Sense. Once again, thank you, Disney. Skyscraper. Sleepy Hollow. Smile, the first one. Have yet to see the second one, let alone get it on 4K. Definitely on the to-do list. We have Song to Song right here from Terrence Malick. We have the first Sonic, the second Sonic. No sign of the third Sonic yet. Also on the to-do list. Source Code. Spartacus. Speed. The Spine of Night. This is an interesting film from RLJE, I believe. It was a Shudder original. Split. And that's on Steelbook, by the way. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie. We love to see it. This is so awesome to have on such a high quality format. A Star is Born. Stand By Me, indeed. Now we're getting into some rather large franchises right here. Taking place in space. Starting off with the 2009 Star Trek. Star Trek Into Darkness. Star Trek Beyond. And you may have heard these little indie films. You know, Star Wars, we start in chronological order with The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. Got the fun black slipcover for Solo, A Star Wars Story. Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. A New Hope, or just Star Wars as it was back in the day. The Empire Strikes Back. Return of the Jedi. The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi. And The Rise of Skywalker. Followed up swiftly by Starship Troopers. Step Brothers. Got Still Alice from that same box set as Call Me By Your Name right there. Stuber. Straight out of Compton. The Substance. Glad to have this on 4K. Sugarland Express. Also some early Spielberg. Some Spielberg in his producer role. We got Super 8. And this is the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Absolutely beautiful animation. Story was, you know, pretty bare bones even for a kid's movie, unfortunately. But animation absolutely gorgeous. Got to see Mario Kart in a movie. I mean, what more can you ask for? Super Pets, that's what you can ask for. I'm going to stick that guy up there so we can, once again, let them breathe a little bit. We got T2 Trainspotting, the second Trainspotting film. But where is the first one? Don't get ahead of me. Talk to me. Tar from Cate Blanchett in the starring role. We have the Ten Commandments steelbook right here. This is the version that includes the 1923 version of the film, directed by the same dude who did this one, Cecil B. DeMille. Directed both versions of the film. That's an awesome fun fact right there. Tenet, Christopher Nolan. Terminator Genesis. Still need the first one, absolutely, on 4K. I've avoided buying the second one, T2, Terminator Judgment Day on 4K, just because it's an infamously bad disc. But I would like to pick up the first one eventually. Terminator Dark Fate. Got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What a gnarly slipcover that is. The Thing. This is interesting. We have The Third Man right here from Lionsgate Limited. This is so far my only Lionsgate Limited release, if it'll focus right there. I'm not going to shell out money for the Criterion Collection. It's long out of print and people know what it's worth. But what a great opportunity for Lionsgate to really make this film shine, give it a 4K treatment, but also this really nice steelbook treatment. It's really thick too. Like, they include a lot of stuff in here. So happy to own that. After that, we have 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri. I believe this is the nicer side of my slip, so I keep it facing that way. We have the 4K of Titanic. To Kill a Mockingbird. We have the original Tomb Raider films with Angelina Jolie. This one is The Cradle of Life. We have the original Top Gun. Top Gun Maverick, of course. We have the original Total Recall. The Town. Train to Busan. Peninsula. Training Day. Got some nostalgia right here. This is the second Transformers movie. We need the first Transformers movie. And after that comes Revenge of the Fallen. Dark of the Moon. Age of Extinction. The Last Night. This one's Rise of the Beasts. I don't have Transformers 1 yet, have not seen it yet on the to-do list. The Trouble with Harry. Got James Cameron's True Lies. We got The Truman Show. Twister, the original. Still need Twisters. I can't believe I don't have that yet. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Unbreakable. Uncharted. Unforgiven. The Untouchables. Us. V for Vendetta. Van Helsing. The Regular Vacation, not Christmas Vacation. Vanilla Sky. Vertigo. The Wailing. Continuing with the W's, we got War Dogs. This right here is Warm Bodies. Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. Got Warcraft right here. The Warrior, or no, just Warrior. Zack Snyder's Watchmen, the ultimate cut. West Side Story. It's a Wonderful Life, essential holiday season viewing. Widows. This is the 4K steelbook of Whiplash, The Witch, The Wizard of Oz, The Wolf of Wall Street, The Woman King, Wonka with Timothy Chalamet, Zero Dark 30, Zodiac, Zombieland, and to round out the alphabet, Zombieland Double Tap. Now we have the fringe few collections left. Continuing just one row down, we have kind of my anime title collection area. Of course, it starts with Studio Ghibli, which I believe is complete besides maybe Grave of the Fireflies, and I think they have a TV show as well that I don't have. But if you look down here, these are all standard Blu-ray until we get to the latest in the collection, The Boy and the Heron, which I do have on 4K Ultra HD. After that, I do have Weathering with You. That is also on 4K. These are all standard Blu-ray until we get to Paprika, the steelbook right here. This is on 4K as well, and I think that might do it for the anime as of now. If we continue, that's just standard Blu-ray, as you can see. Some titles that likely will never go to 4K, or titles that I still need to upgrade to 4K. Down here is where we get real. This is the Criterion Collection, of course. These are my titles that I own, and we will start here with not Seven Samurai. This is unfortunately the Blu-ray copy. Since it's Barnes & Noble 50% off month this July, I will likely be upgrading that. That will need to happen. I believe my first 4K title here is Time Bandits. Indeed, it is. After that is For All Mankind. This is, yep, the 4K version. Let's see here. After that, I believe it's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas right here. Then Le Cercle Rouge, or The Red Circle. That's also a 4K title. Let's see here. Dazed and Confused and Lahain. Those are both just the Blu-ray, unfortunately. Bought those a little too early before they decided to upgrade them. Let's see here. Thin Red Line is Blu-ray. Blowout is 4K, is the 4K version. Three Colors is just Blu-ray, unfortunately. Continuing on, we have A Hard Day's Night from the Beatles, starring the Beatles. That's a 4K title. And looks like the last one in this column is going to be The Fisher King. That's a 4K title as well. Unfortunately, that Mulholland Drive, also just a Blu-ray. Blood Simple right here. This is a more semi-recent release, re-release, I guess, from the Criterion Collection. That is a 4K title. I believe Night of the Living Dead I have on 4K, if that's not mistaken. Yes, indeed, that's a 4K title. And then the thicker version of The Princess Bride, that means it's also on 4K. And I love the custom sticker they decided to do with that. My Blue Velvet copy is just Blu-ray, unfortunately. Moving right along, I'm literally just scooting here on my butt. High production value. Uncut Gems, that's 4K. Citizen Kane, that's 4K. Menace to Society right here. We have The Piano, yep, that's also 4K. I thought it was. This is Double Indemnity, one of my favorite noir films. Shaft right here. Okja, watched this before watching Mickey 17, had a really good time with it. Raging Bull. Devil in a Blue Dress. Sound of Metal. Power of the Dog. Right here is Malcolm X. I told you we'd be seeing it again. This is Wall-E, released by the Criterion Collection. So you believe Triangle of Sadness? Yep, that's a 4K title. This section is a little more interesting because kind of have to find them in plain sight where my 4Ks are. Thelma and Louise, 4K. After Hours is a 4K. Got the Trial right here. How about the Others? Is a 4K. Mean Streets, definitely. Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. So happy when they announced this. Train Spotting in the Criterion Collection, 4K nonetheless. Got the Heroic Trio as well as Executioners. Kind of a dual release there. That is on 4K. Roaring Twenties. Anatomy of a Fall, that is just a Blu-ray. Don't mind me. Bound. Perfect Days. Risky Business. How about All of Us Strangers? I want to say this is a Blu-ray. Nope, that's a 4K. That is All of Us Strangers. Glad I didn't just gloss over that. And then my last few, this is the original Scarface from, when is this? 32, back from 32. Shape of Water, I know we already went over it, but they released it in Criterion. Pick that up too. This is No Country for Old Men, essential viewing. And what I picked up this time around from the 50% off sale, Barnes & Noble, this is Basquiat starring Jeffrey Wright. I've never seen it, very excited for it. Always excited to see Jeffrey Wright in a leading role. All right, if we just keep going this way, we have from Shout Select, JFK, Oliver Stone film. And we have mainly Kino. Looks like we have another Shout Select right here in the form of Natural Born Killers on 4K. There's a copy of Light Force I found for pretty dirt cheap. And we got the Kinos up next. The Score. The Italian Job. Mad Max. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. In Bruges. The Apartment. Touch of Evil. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Tropic Thunder, essential viewing. Marathon Man. Spaceballs. Glad to have this with the slip. Brokeback Mountain. Happy 20th. Fistful of Dollars. For a few dollars more. Upgraded this with the slipcover, Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Secret of the Incas is just a Blu-ray. This is Brick, which is a 4K. Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. This was quite the surprise to come to 4K, but glad to see it. And then my only Vinegar Syndrome release I own right now, this is Cloak and Dagger. It's kind of a cool box set. Absolutely love the packaging with this. All right, what else we got? Now, why don't we take a trip to the top floor, because no one deserves it more than you for sticking through this entire video. It's been a long time coming. So let's get through the last little bit of these 4Ks. We got a lot of movie memorabilia right here. We got some Indiana Jones VHS. We got Cloud Jumper up there. Love to see some Cloud Jumper action. Of course, some Star Wars trilogy. But up here you may notice there's a A24 theme going on, most of which are in 4K. No dragons were harmed in the filming of this video. Sorry, little buddy. Moving on with our A24 collection, we do have The Last Black Man in San Francisco. This right here is Midsommar, the director's cut. believe I'm facing these the wrong way. Yeah, so that's the director's cut. And here's what we were missing out on the first time around. After that, we have The Lighthouse. The Green Knight. And Everything Everywhere All at Once, both duplicates that we've already seen on this shelf. Following those, we do have Marcel, The Shell with Shoes On, that's also on 4K. Zone of Interest here. I want to start looking at him from this side. This is Love Lies Bleeding, one of my favorite films of 2024. I had an excellent time with that. I do have I Saw the TV Glow, that is just a Blu-ray. I also have We Live in Time, also just a Blu-ray. And my most recent trip to Barnes & Noble for the Criterion sale, I actually picked up The Brutalist. Because it's kind of a film everybody needs to have. Got another Star Wars VHS right there. Cloud Jumper, who was not maimed in the making of this video. Got some Batman Dark Knight Trilogy Blu-ray collection right there. But continuing with the 4K, we do have the Back to the Future trilogy right here. Glad to have that. Just have some blank cases right here because there's some cases that are cracked and what have you. Throughout my collection, I've been meaning to replace those, so I do have a stack of blank cases when I am ready to do that kind of stuff. And I believe in terms of 4K, we just have one last box set. Bill and Ted's Most Triumphant Trilogy. What a note to end off on. 3 amazing films. Give yourself a round of applause because you just made it through, if I'm counting correctly, 675 titles, all on 4K Ultra HD. I really appreciate you sticking through the whole thing. Liking, commenting, subscribing. Of course, we're not done. We're always still collecting. I could pick up this, or this, or this, or maybe all of these. Still on the hunt. This is by no means complete. I'm done here. That is not the case. I will keep updating you guys as this thing keeps on growing. Before you get on out of here, are you a Dune fan? Because I've taken it upon myself to start a gaming channel. And the first thing I have uploaded that you can watch right now is my first session of Dune Awakening, the new MMO, massive multiplayer online game based on the Dune franchise. Please. Oh my gosh, this game looks really nice.
Someone's here.
Hi, I don't mean to. Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Yep. Super duper fun. A lot of interesting mechanics involved. I highly recommend giving it a watch, especially if you are a fan of the new Dune movies that have been recently released. That channel is called I'm Out of Ideas. It's in the description below. You can go and check it out. Maybe like, comment, and subscribe over there as well. Be much appreciated. I use this thing to play it. Go watch. I paid a lot of money. Keep on the lookout here for more physical media related content, maybe some more regular uploads. That would be nice. Have a whole record collection, a bunch of soundtracks. Maybe we'll start digging into those. But of course I will keep you guys updated on how this 4K collection keeps growing. It is nearing its capacity, unfortunately. We've got discs stacked every sort of way. We got this whole thing going on. We will figure it out. But until then, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.